Keating Sports Center. Getting ready for match 2 here inside the Keating Sports Center in Chicago, Illinois, for match 2 of this tri-match today here, where earlier the Edgewood Eagles defeated the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks by a score of 3-1, winning 25-17, 25-19 in set 3, and 25-22 in set 4, losing set 2 25-14 to Illinois Tech. Here in match 2, the Edgewood Eagles will get set to take on the North Central College Cardinals. And North Central, they are hot coming into this matchup. We mentioned how there were birds, and all the teams here were bird names. Scarlet Hawks, we got the Eagles, and then we've got the Cardinals. Well, this Cardinals team certainly flying high. They're 10-2. They won their only conference matchup thus far here in CCIW conference play. And they come in having won their last 9 matches to get to 10-2 on the season. Edgewood coming in having won their last 3 matches, including match 1 of the day against Illinois Tech. Now we're going to get the introductions of the starting lineups, and match 2 will begin in just a moment. Second match of the day getting ready to begin here between the Cardinals and the Eagles. The North Central Cardinals wearing their white uniforms with red numbers and black trim will wear the black shorts. They will begin going left to right on your screen. And they're led by second-year head coach Ray Gooden, the 12th coach in program history. North Central went 22-8 under the leadership of Gooden a year ago, and today sitting at 10-2 to begin the 2025 season, and they will start like this. Number 6, Sarah Lazan. Number 8, Demi Carpio. Number 14, Abernay Lane. Number 15, Sarah Harvey. Number 18, Lauren Benson. And number 26, Danny Moser. Meanwhile, on the other end, Paul Schlomer, his 20th season as the head coach of the Edgewood Eagles, 6-3 following their match 1 win over Illinois Tech. And they will start with number 3, Mia Hincamper. Number 7, Peyton Millen. Number 12, Kate Gunderson. Number 14, Nita Jukaskay. Number 17, Katie Borkert. And number 22, Marina Hostika, rounds out the starters for the Edgewood Eagles. Remember, Edgewood, 3-1 win over Illinois Tech. Big performances from Hincamper. Molly Ament is also getting a start here in match 2 for the Edgewood Eagles. And then they had a big performance as well. We had big performances out of Hincamper, Ament, and Yukaskite. Match 2 begins with Gunderson on the serve, and we're underway here with match 2 inside the Keating Center. Glad that you're joining us here for this tri-match hosted by the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. And a good start for the Edgewood Eagles as it's Katie Borkert to get it going. Strong first match from Borkert as well. Has been really the leader all season for Edgewood. She led the way with 11 kills in match 1 as Edgewood got past Illinois Tech. Ball hit wide and the point to North Central. Edgewood is technically the home team. Of course, when this goes down, when you go to the team's actual records on their respective websites, this will say neutral site. But for the all intents purposes of just what's happening here, Edgewood is classified as the home team here, as now the ball hit long by Hostica. Good to see Hostica back out there as now the point goes to North Central. We saw Hostica come off the floor in that first match against Illinois Tech after he checked on at the scorer's table. Back out there here to start the second match of the day, and Edgewood in a 2-2 tie, deadlocked with North Central. North Central leading the all-time series between these two teams, 4-1. This is the 6th all-time meeting. The last time these two teams met, literally this, just about today last year, except it was September 21st last year. Today, September 20th, 2025. Well, September 24th was September 21st, 2024 was a Saturday, and that's where last time these two teams met in the North Central Invitation, and North Central won by a score of 3-1. North Central leading here by a score of 3-2 and controlling the serve. That was Zebold on the serve. Outside hit opportunity for Yukaskite. Yukaskite at the type again in the block. Good job by Yukaskite. And that was Hostica at the top of the net. As Edgewood currently trailing 4-2, point going towards North Central. Elisa Zebold on the serve. Outside hit opportunity set up for Edgewood. Just past the official. It is in for Edgewood. Good evasive maneuver by that line judge. And it's now 4-3. Serve coming from Edgewood. This is Mia Henkamper. Henkamper, the libero for Edgewood, wearing the black uniform. Ball goes to the outside. The hit for Ament is good. Molly Ament, huge set in the first match, a huge third set in the first match against Illinois Tech to help Edgewood get out of there with a 3-1 win. That'll be Mia Henkamper on the serve. Back line for North Central. Outside hip for North Central. And the violation, point to Edgewood. That was Sarah Lazan, the grad student out of Indianapolis, Indiana. Previously attended Northern Illinois University, coming through with the contact there. Serve now coming from Godo. Godo, a junior out of Aurora, Illinois. Attended Wabanzi Valley. Ball hit long for Edgewood. The Edgewood bench wanted a touch. I didn't really see one here from the table, neither did the officials from their position. And as a result, it's 6-4 North Central. Godo to serve. Godo sends it to the middle of the floor, played by Edgewood. Gunderson set it up for Ament. Ball blocked at the net. And a violation, point will go to Edgewood, 6-5. Some confusion for some of the North Central players. The official points that one out adamantly, point to Edgewood. Abby Evans didn't start this second match, but she will serve here. Evans got to start in that first match, certainly was all over the floor. One of the key players, along with Borkert, that if you ask me, I believe Coach Schlomer has done a great job of sort of restocking the shelves, retooling and rebuilding this roster from within with younger players and through recruiting. Edgewood able to tie it at 6 here early in set 1. Evans to serve. Evans sends it to that back line. It hits the libero. Zebo. Ball played over. And the point to Edgewood. And Edgewood, that spurt ability for Edgewood. They've had these periods where they can go on these major spurts. Remember at the end, it was in that first match against Illinois Tech. They were down 4-1 early in that one. Rallied back and really took control of set one to win 25-17. And despite being down 15-3 in set two, gave Illinois Tech all they could handle to make the Scarlet Hawks pull out that 25-14 set two win. And then Edgewood dominating the last two sets. Really don't want to say dominating. Illinois Tech was right in the mix in those last two sets. Was Edgewood able to methodically wear the Scarlet Hawks down, looking to try to have some of that same luck with North Central, and they get some luck here as the ball hits the ground to give Illinois Tech the 8-5 advantage. Make that 8-7, excuse me, as Illinois Tech, North Central, got the Cardinals and the Eagles here. It was Edgewood versus Illinois Tech in match one. Now it's Edgewood versus North Central here, the Cardinals and the Eagles. Ball played over. Harvey played to the outside. Good hit there from Moser of North Central. Another chance for Edgewood. Murphy sends it over the net. And the point to Edgewood, 9-7. Edgewood Eagles. Bit of a slow start for a team that's won the NAC the last two seasons. 6-3 now following the conference opening win against Illinois Tech in match one. And now an ace here coming from Jukaskite. Nita Jukaskite, the sophomore out of Sturgeon Bay, Wisconsin on the serve. And Jukaskite sends it over. Outside hit coming from Moser. Good job by Hincamper. Moser reloads. Good swing on the reload from Moser. And she gets the point. Makes it a 10-8 score in favor of Edgewood. But North Central now controlling the serve with Lauren Benson. Benson, a junior out of Geneva, Illinois. Benson sends it over. Evans sets it up on the outside for Borkert. Ball goes out as well. Side out point to North Central. I mentioned how it was, you can see some of the players fanning themselves earlier in that first match. Seemed as if the temperature cooled down midway through that first match. Now here as we begin match two, that heat's starting to pick back up. Also, as it gets hotter outside, we do have the doors open here inside the Keating Sports Center. One of the older facilities that you will find for college athletics. Doesn't really have the modern air conditioning that you may see at some other facilities. So they have the two big fans open and leave the doors open, and now point to North Central. Serve coming now from Lauren Benson here inside the Keating Sports Center. It's one of my personal favorite facilities to call the game. There's a big play for Benson as she gets the ace off of Hincamper, and the point to North Central. The two levels where sometimes you'll see in basketball, the ball will go down to the lower level here in the Keating Center. Also a very compact facility, so it doesn't take much to feel the energy if you get a few people yelling here inside the Keating Center. And right now, North Central, their energy on their side, they lead at 13-10. Edgewood burning an early timeout here in set one. We'll burn one with them here. 13-10. North Central leads Edgewood here in set one. We'll return with more here on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network and on YouTube Live. Set one continues here inside the Keating Sports Center. Happy Saturday. Glad that you're able to join us here as North Central has the 13-10 advantage in the neutral site matchup of our tri-match here at Illinois Tech today. Outside hit for Edgewood. It's played on by Borkert. Now here comes North Central. That was Moser who sent the ball over. Borkert again on the reload. That's off the hands of Benson. Run down by North Central. Moser sends it over. It hit Hincamper on the way. And the point to North Central. Tough break for Mia Hincamper. She was trying to get out the way. Ball took a skip and caught her. And now 14-10 North Central score. Serve coming. Back line. It actually goes long. Makes it 14-11 as Benson picks up the service error there for North Central. Serve coming now from Peyton Millen. Millen was all over the place as well. Mainly in front of the net in that first match for Edgewood against Illinois Tech. Outside hit. They faked as if they were going to go to Moser. Instead, Lane sent it over herself. Lane again goes forward. It's blocked at the top of the net by Hostika again. Hostika plays it outside to Borkert. It goes long. Point. Ball goes long and point goes to North Central. 15-11 score. Paul Schlomer out on the floor giving instructions to his Edgewood Eagles roster as they await the serve here from Sarah Harvey. Harvey, that ball comes to the back line off the hands of Borkert and an ace for Harvey. 16-11 North Central starting to pull away here in set one. Ball set in the air off the reception from Borkert. Borkert sends it to the back line. Well played by Carpio. Ball sent over the net for North Central, but it doesn't clear the extender. And the point goes to Edgewood. 16-12 North Central. North Central. Coach Ray Gooden of North Central. Bit of a miscommunication. There was no timeout. Yeah. So Edgewood was going to try to make a substitution there. And Coach Ray Gooden on his sideline said something. Gooden said something on that sideline. I think the official interpreted it as a timeout. When the official turned and looked at Gooden, he said timeout and asked timeout. Gooden said timeout for us, and he said no, not us. As now Edgewood will serve. The shock on Coach Gooden's face when he found out the timeout was going to be charged to his team. But I'm sure he'll take that as the point goes to the Cardinals. And they lead it 17-12. Just when it appeared that maybe Edgewood had forced North Central to burn a timeout, Coach Ray Gooden came up to the official and said, no timeout for us. We don't need one here. And North Central extended their lead to 5 over Edgewood. Outside hit opportunity. That was Boobin who puts it down. Abby Boobin, the junior out of Geneva, Illinois. They got Benson and Boobin, both juniors, attended Geneva. And now here's Moser out of Wheeling, Illinois. Outside hit for Edgewood. That's a good hit. That was a perfect hit from Borkert. And she simply just put that one down in the middle of that North Central defense. And now North Central, while they have the 5-point advantage, they will await the serve. Ball played in the air. Hincamper on the bump. Sets it up to the outside. That bump from North Central off the hands of Moser just hits the baskets here that are up inside the Keating Center, meaning they are raised to the ceiling here so that they don't interfere with the balls in play. That ball, however, goes all the way up and hits the basketball hoops here. Now here's Gunderson. Gunderson over to Zhukaskaya. Now it's played over by Zibol. The outside hit here for Edgewood. Gunderson coming through, 18-15. And now for real this time, Ray Gooden will take a North Central timeout. 18-15 North Central They still lead it by 3, but Edgewood applying pressure late in set 1. Let's see who can open up this matchup with the set 1 victory on the other side of this break here on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network and YouTube Live. Chris Rouse sitting courtside here at the Keating Sports Center in Chicago, home of the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. Scarlet Hawks hosting this tri-match featuring the North Central Cardinals and the Edgewood Eagles. Illinois Tech, unfortunately, on the losing end of their opening match of the day, losing 3-1 to the Edgewood Eagles. Edgewood, with that win, 3 straight wins. They go to 6-3, and they get their first conference win. And out of this timeout now, Edgewood gets an ace to pull within 2, thanks to Katie Borker. Still to come later, 5 p.m., Illinois Tech will take on North Central themselves scheduled for 5 p.m. locally. Time subject to change, but as it stands at the moment, scheduled for 5 p.m. here inside the Keating Center between the Scarlet Hawks and the Cardinals. It's Elisa Zebold on the serve. Senior out of Woodridge, Illinois. Will send it over. The representative of Downers Grove South sends the ball long to Zebold, and the point goes to Edgewood. And just like that, the Eagles again within striking distance, down 19-17 here in set 1. Mia Henkamper to send it over. Henkamper gets it to the back line. Libero to libero as Zebold was the receiver. And now the point to Edgewood as the ball was blocked at the top of the net. And the Eagles, again, hanging tough, battling, scratching, and clawing, making this a matchup here in set 1. 19-18, North Central. Henkamper sends it over. Outside hit opportunity. That was Boobin, who was blocked at the top of the net. Another try for Lazan. Lazan is blocked at the top of the net, but the ball lands out of play, and the point goes to North Central. 20-18 score. North Central looking for a little bit more breathing room as they approach 25, late in set 1. Godo sends it over. A bit of a mishit there from Zukaskai. Ball hit to the back line. Well played by Willie. Genesee Willie did a good job to keep it alive. Then she sent the ball over. Bumped over the net this time by Zebold. Middle of the floor. Actually, they play to the outside. Zukaskai comes through with a beautiful spike and kill to make it 20-19. Nita Zukaskai has been, once again, another one of those players that certainly contributed heavily in match 1 for Edgewood. Zukaskai had 7 kills as Edgewood defeated Illinois Tech. And comes up with a big kill here to bring Edgewood within a point. Coming back the other way, ball off the netting. So the point goes to Edgewood, and we are now tied at 20. Pivotal point here in a pivotal opening set. Here's the serve. Ball blocked, but kept alive. A chance to go for the kill, this time for Edgewood. Going to be a long run. Kept alive by North Central. Good job by Godo to get the ball over. It was Millen who got to the front of the net, but couldn't get the kill. Millen had a couple of pretty good hits there that certainly sent North Central scrambling. But when all was said and done, it was the Cardinals that got the point. Nemi Carpio, junior out of Addison, Illinois, attended Glenbard West on the serve. Ball played to the outside for Millen. but it hits off the net. Now to be too many for Edgewood, making it 22-20. North Central up 2. See if Coach Schlomer uses that time out here, depending on what Carpio does with the serve. Give me Carpio. Sends it over. Sends it over. It's played on the back line. Zhukaskite. It's kept alive by Zibold for North Central. Ball doesn't go over the net. And the point to Edgewood. Eagles back within a point. Mention how Edgewood, prior to beating Illinois Tech earlier, they had won 2 straight matches. They defeated St. Olaf and they defeated Dubuque. Both matches where they swept their opponent. All 3 sets were won by 2. And Edgewood here has tied the set at 22. So Edgewood could be setting themselves up for another 25, 23, 26, 24 finish, which was common for the Eagles in their 2 of their previous 3 outings before coming into Keating today. Ball hit to the back line, and North Central with Benson. She strikes. Big hit for Benson to give North Central the 1-point advantage. 23-22. Benson to serve. Benson sends it over. Outside hit opportunity for Borkert. Kept alive. Another outside hit this time for Moser for North Central. Moser gets the ball in the line, and as a result, North Central takes a 24-22 advantage. Coach Schlomer thinking about it. He's thinking about it. Looks like he was thinking about the timeout. He's going to let his team play it on here with Benson to serve. Ball goes to the back line. Set point for North Central, but Edgewood stays in the match. Big kill out in front by Peyton Millen. And good job by Paul Schlomer. You can see him thinking about that timeout. He showed trust in his club. His team came through for him. Now they control the serve late in the set. Serve now coming from Edgewood. It'll be Shannon Roosh. We didn't see her in the first match, the junior out of Edgerton, Wisconsin. Moser blocked at the top of the net, and Edgewood with a huge block to take the point and tie it at 24, tie the set at 24 apiece. Huge point in this opening set. Roosh again on the serve. Carpio on the back line for the reception. Ball tapped over by Lane. It's blocked. Lane blocked the first time, but sends it over clean the second. Evans sets it up for Borkert. Lane with the block to get the point. 25-24, North Central with set point. Coach Ray Gooden, the 12th coach in North Central program history, led them to a 22-8 record a season ago. Would love to take this first set as they try to win their 10th consecutive match. However, that will be delayed by Natalie Murphy to tie the set again at 25 apiece. These two teams going back and forth. And Edgewood now going to get Molly Ament on the floor. The serve will be Kate Gunderson, senior out of Edgerton, Wisconsin. Number of Edgerton, Wisconsin products on this Edgewood roster. Gunderson sends it over. Carpio, that was going to be a tough play. And the point to Edgewood. As Carpio, when she got down, her bump to make contact on the ball went right off the shoulder of her teammate Lazan. And now North Central will burn the timeout. 26-25, Edgewood with the lead and an opportunity to take this first set. Just when it appeared that Edgewood had their backs against the walls and they were on the ropes, they rallied back to take the late set lead to lead at 26-25, and they forced the timeout from North Central. For Edgewood, would love to win this opening set. They won the opening set against Illinois Tech 25-17. Going up against a North Central team, however, they've won 9 straight. I keep mentioning that. But impressive win last night against Loris for North Central. They won 3-0 by scores of 25-18, 25-20, and 25-23. one of the more impressive stats for me for North Central in their win last night. 21 of their 53 kills. They had 21 kills, very few errors. 21 kills in set 2 against Loris last night. As now North Central, a team that went 22-8, had the CCIW Defensive Player of the Year and Setter of the Year in the conference last season. And they also have 4 players named to conference honors. Looking to run it back this year and hopefully make a deeper run this season, possibly enter the NCAA tournament. A chance for Edgewood to get the kill, and they do. It's Hostica who comes through. Hostica, remember she left the match with what appeared to be an injury. She left against Illinois Tech. She comes back here in the second match, and Hostica comes through to give Edgewood the set 1 win. 27-25, the Eagles take set 1. They'll look to try to take set 2 on the other side of this break. Go up 2-0 against the North Central Cardinals. Up early on, it appears that 9-match win streak could be in jeopardy, but it's only the first set. Let's see how North Central responds here in set 2 when we return to the Keating Center on the other side of this break on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network and on YouTube Live. Match 2, set 2, getting ready to begin here inside the Keating Sports Center in Chicago. This is the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks tri-match. If you're just joining us, Illinois Tech lost match 1 at the hands of the Edgewood Eagles by a score of 3-1. Here in match 2, it's Edgewood versus North Central. And Edgewood with a 27-25 set 1 victory over the unbeaten North Central Cardinals. And this is a North Central, was not unbeaten, but a North Central team that comes in at 10-2, 1-0 in conference play. But North Central has won 9 straight matches. Remember, not unbeaten on the season, 10-2, but they've won 9 straight, unbeaten in their last 9, and they've been very dominant to start the season. 10 wins very early on, but also getting out and playing a schedule for North Central has been key. As now here they are, finding themselves down in this opening, after the opening set here against Edgewood. But this is a North Central team. They beat Loris last night. They beat Carroll on Wednesday. Rhodes is in the mix. Dominican, a number of NAC conference teams in there. You got Dominican is in the mix, Aurora, MSOE. North Central, they've beaten a number of NAC conference teams. Benedictine is in there. They beat them back on September the 5th. They beat MSOE on September the 6th. Aurora on September the 9th. Dominican on September the 12th. And right now, trailing at the hands of Edgewood, so Edgewood hoping to be the team that stands up for the NAC, or if not them, maybe Illinois Tech. But as it stands now, Edgewood, the team standing up for the Northern Athletics Collegiate Conference against the CCIW's North Central College. So Edgewood trying to battle back here. Or Edgewood trying to battle back for their conference. North Central now trying to battle back, and now the point goes to North Central. Remember, in this matchup, Edgewood, while it will officially go down as neutral site for both teams, here for stat purposes in the building, Edgewood is technically the home team. Zukaskai sends it over. Played on here by Lane. Ball goes to that North Central back line. Here's a chance for Edgewood. But now the ball sits into the air. And over the net for a point, 2-0 North Central. Makes you wonder, let's see if North Central tries to jump on Edgewood's head early here. Maybe feeling like that was an intense first set. Let that one slip. It was back and forth. But usually you'll see a team sort of try to jump on the opposing team's head after losing that first set. And now North Central already up 3-0. Gotta have the talent and patience to jump on that opposing team as well. As at the moment, North Central is trying to battle back from losing that first set, and already North Central out to a 4-0 advantage here in set 2. Coach Ray Gooden, despite having to get around on a cane, he is on his feet, giving out instructions, having a very watchful eye standing to my right here at the table. Ball hit to the net, kept alive by North Central. Here comes Moser. Moser loads up and hits it too long, and that gives Edgewood their first point of the set. 4-1 North Central. Edgewood now finally able to control the serve. Gunderson to send it over. Kate Gunderson sends it over, play to Carpio. Moser hits it to that back line. Kept alive by Edgewood. Sent over by Borkert. Moser again goes to the corner. Coach Gooden was calling out sharp, but the ball it did not land on the floor on the sharp hit for Moser. And now the Eagles of Edgewood take the point, make it 4-2. Gunderson to serve. Coach Gooden certainly coaching his team. You can hear him giving out different instructions, different pointers. That didn't go our way, but that was good, was the thing I heard him say on that last point. May have a different thought on this one as Moser hits that one right into a block to make it 4-3. Gunderson to serve again. And here's the thing about Edgewood, they've been able to methodically work their way back into the matches. They did it against Illinois Tech. They're doing it here in set 2 against North Central. Matter of fact, did it in set 1 against North Central. Gunderson to serve. Tied at 4-piece. Gunderson sends it to the back line. Carpio. Outside hit for Moser is blocked. But the point goes to North Central as that ball ricochets out of play right at the feet of Coach Gooden. So North Central gets the point. 5-4 edge for the Cardinals. Cardinals in the white uniforms right now. Serving right to left on your screen. Edgewood in the red. Serving the opposite direction. And a violation, double hit, will go against Edgewood to tie us at 5. We'll actually make that it'll go against, because that's going to go against North Central, and the point will go to Edgewood. Borkert on the serve. Two hands set over the net by Lazan. And I think the point actually will go to Edgewood here. Coach Gooden is attempting to get clarification. He's trying to get clarification following the whistle. But the point goes to Edgewood. Now Moser sends it over for North Central. Middle of the floor, and the kill from Ali Ament. And just like that, Edgewood jumps up to a 2-point advantage here in set 2. Just when it seemed as if North Central had found their groove, found their stride, found control. Here's Edgewood right back, methodically working their way back into the score, and now they have the lead. Hostica knocks it down, and the kill for Marina Hostica, sophomore out of Oakland, Illinois, attended nearby De La Salle. Her kill there gives Edgewood the 8-5 advantage. Almost an ace for Borkert as that ball was mishandled by North Central on the first reception. But North Central able to recalculate and recuperate to get the point here to make it 8-6, but they now will control the serve. Danny Moser to serve. Moser sends it over off the top of the net, played on by Zhukaskite. Ament gets the kill. Molly Ament, when North Central is hitting when Edgewood is hitting left to right on your screen, has certainly been a factor. That's where she was a factor for Edgewood late in set one of their match one win against Illinois Tech earlier. And now Ament coming through again with a kill here. She had a kill and a block there late in set one, which I thought really turned the tide and really at least, well, if not turned the tide, at least put it out of reach for Illinois Tech. Zhukaskite continuing to add on to what's been a pretty good day for Nita Zhukaskite, who's been all over the floor today for the Eagles. They lead it by 4. Hincamper on the serve. Outside hit opportunity. Lazan comes through, and Lazan gets the kill for North Central. 10-7 score. Coach Gooden telling his team, we got to work through this right now. Team only down 3. They're having a hard time really gaining any control against Edgewood despite being in control for the majority of that first set. Long run for North Central. Lazan just going to slap it over the net. Ball goes to the back line. Moser on the reception. Harvey sets up Boobin. Kept alive by Edgewood. Zibol, they set it up to the outside for Lazan. And Lazan gets the kill for North Central. Lazan and Boobin lead the way, or they led the way entering the match, both at 106 kills total on the season. But Lazan comes through the kill here to bring North Central back within 2. And now the ball hits the net from Zhukaskite. And the point to North Central as well. 10-9. 9 serving 10 here. It'll be Elisa Zibol. Zibol sends it over. Zibol sends it over. Ball played to the back line. Going to be a long run for Zibol. She kept it alive. So did Lazan. Now Edgewood going for the kill. It gets blocked at the net. Great effort by the North Central Cardinals to get back to the net. And we're now tied at 10. Edgewood takes a timeout. Paul Schlomer can feel the momentum shifting there. We're tied at 10 here in set 2. Let's see what adjustments both teams make. Coach Schlomer of Edgewood, Coach Gooden of North Central. Let's see the adjustments when we return. Courtside here at the Keating Sports Center. The Edgewood Eagles and the North Central Cardinals tied at 10 here in set 2 of our second match of this Illinois Tech tri-match. If you're just joining us, Edgewood defeated Illinois Tech 3-1 in match 1. And then our concluding matchup of the day will be set for 5 p.m. first serve local time when the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks take on the North Central Cardinals. North Central has won 9 consecutive matches. They trailed this match 1-0. And with the set 2 tied at 10, Here's a point that now goes to the Edgewood Eagles to make it 11-10. So 11-10, Edgewood ahead and controlling the serve. It appeared North Central was thoroughly in control of that first set before a late rally from Edgewood. And we saw the Eagles end up beating the Cardinals by a score of 27-25. Ball sent over the net by Edgewood. And the ball just in for Peyton Millen to make it 12-10. Very vocal Ray Gooden watching on. He's been vocal just about every point. Gives the instructions for his team, the words with the officials. And now Edgewood up 13-10. You can see Coach Gooden there at the bottom right of your screen with the all black attire on, the black shirt, black pants, using the assistance of the cane, but certainly very vocal during every point in this matchup. And right now his Cardinals trail it by 4 at 14-10. Edgewood serve coming from Evans. Evans sends it over, and now that's just going to be sent right back down by Peyton Millen. Coach Gooden going to burn a timeout here as Edgewood rallies off a 15-10 advantage. They've got the last 5 points in the set. They lead it by 5. Set 2 continues on the other side of this break. Here on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network and on YouTube Live when we return to the Keating Sports Center in Chicago. Back here at the Keating Sports Center in Chicago, the North Central Cardinals, they've won 9 consecutive matches. Coming in, they have a record of 10-2, 5-0 at home, 4-1 in neutral sites, 1-1 on the road. But interesting, North Central, they beat Eureka to begin the season, lost 2 straight to Rose Holman and Illinois College in the Illinois College Invitational. But since that Invitational, they have been on fire, beating, you mentioned, a number of NAC conference opponents to help represent the CCIW. But here against Edgewood of the NAC, North Central a bit of a struggle despite getting the point there to make it 15-11. But looking at some of these wins, it's been a lot of 3-0 wins for North Central. Carroll gave them a 3-2 outing on Wednesday. But sweep of Lourdes, sweep of Dominican, sweep of Aurora, MSOE, Maranatha Baptist, Ripon, and Benedictine. And you think about the teams that I named, 4 of those teams represent the NAC, and they were all swept 3-0 at the hands of North Central. Edgewood able to at least get a set back for the NAC by winning set 1 here. Jukaskite sends it into the net, point to North Central. 15-12 score. Edgewood ahead, awaiting the serve. And the serve will come from Godo. Katie Godo sends it over the net. Evans sets up for Jukaskite. That ball's going to head to that North Central bench and out of play. Point to Edgewood, 16-12. Jukaskite, while she was certainly active in that match against Illinois Tech, she's been in control in this one. I haven't really seen North Central find any answer for Nita Jukaskite. She's been all over the floor. She serves here for Edgewood. But whenever she's making plays around the net, it seems like North Central is having an issue. And there's another one, this time from Peyton Millen. Ball gets right back to the front of the net. Millen just punches it to the other side. Coach Gooden continuing to look on at his back line as it gets set from the serve from Jukaskite. Nita Jukaskite on the serve. Hincamper on the reception there off the hit from North Central. Jukaskite sends it over. A little bit too far off the net for Nita that time to get the point. But Edgewood ends up with the point anyway. As now North Central sends one down the line. Coach Gooden looked like he was thinking about the timeout. He will take it here. 18-12 Edgewood with the advantage. Set 2 starting to get late here for North Central. Let's see if they can find some answers to solve Edgewood on the other side of this break here on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network and on YouTube Live. (18-12) Edgewood with the lead here in set 2. Looking to end a 9-match winning streak here for the North Central Cardinals. One of the better teams in NCAA Division III women's volleyball. They won 22-8 last season. This is the Edgewood team went 24-10 en route to an NCAA first-round exit. But right now, Edgewood with a 19-12 advantage. Thanks to that hit from Natalie Murphy. And Edgewood starting to pull away here. It appeared, much the same as it appeared, North Central was going to pull away in set 1. Edgewood, with that big run, we were tied at 10. Edgewood ripped off 5 straight points to go up 15-10. That'll help the cause for North Central to get back into this set as they now trail by 6. 19-13 our score. North Central, worth noting, North Central out of timeouts in this set. They're going to have to play this on the remainder. They're just going to have to play through it, whatever Edgewood throws at them here. And the way this set has been going, it seems like the favorable bounces are going to the Edgewood Eagles. Edgewood with a 20-13 advantage. Ball kept alive. Now an outside hit opportunity. Goes well into the air. Ball punched over. Jukaskite on the reception. Back line for Edgewood. That one hit Carpio in the chest. It was kept alive for North Central, but they send the ball long. And Edgewood with a 21-13 advantage on the scoreboard. Remember, Edgewood, the statistical home team in this matchup, just for in-arena stats purposes. When this goes to the actual schedule, these two teams will look at this, and this will be a neutral site affair. As it's now 21-14, North Central now controlling the serve. Trailing by 7 here late in set 2. Jukaskite kept the ball alive. Now it's played to the back line for North Central. Lane's been quiet since she had a kill in that first set. Almost had one there. Kept alive by the Eagles. Edgewood's back line on the ball. That's Jukaskite. They set it up for Murphy. Natalie Murphy comes through at a big time for Edgewood. They go up 22-14. Coach Ray Gooden just looking on here. Remember, no timeouts for North Central. They're just going to have to weather whatever storm Edgewood throws at them here late in set 2. Kate Gunderson to serve. Gunderson sends the ball over. Play to the outside. Moser, back line, gets the kill. Much needed kill for North Central. Running out of time late here in set 2. It's Danny Moser, the senior out of Wheeling, Illinois, comes up with the kill. Sophomore out of Bolingbrook, Illinois, Sarah Harvey to serve. Harvey sends it over. Outside hit opportunity. Ball kept alive. It's tapped over the net. Out of play. Point to Edgewood. 23-15 Edgewood advantage. And they look to go up 2-0 here against North Central. Ball hits the net, goes over. Outside opportunity for Lazan is short of the net. And now Edgewood looking at set point here in set 2. Kate Borkert will serve. Katie Borkert, senior out of Lake Mills, Wisconsin. Sends it to the back line. And an ace for Borkert. Wraps it up as Edgewood storms off with a clean 2-set win. And it really was never in doubt for Edgewood once it got to 15-10. There was a point where we were tied at 10 apiece. Edgewood able to rally and make it 15-10. And then from that point, it's Edgewood that walks away with the set 2 victory. 25-15, the set 2 final, as Edgewood leads it 2-0. They'll try to sweep North Central on the other side of this break. We'll be back with more action. Set 3 coming up on the other side of this break here on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. Set 3 getting ready to begin here inside the Keating Sports Center. The Edgewood Eagles with a 2-0 advantage here over the North Central Cardinals. North Central dropping the first 2 sets by a score of 27-25 and 25-15, and really huge swing points in both of those first 2 sets. It was the second set was tied at 10. And it was Edgewood that came up with 5 straight points to go 15-10 before storming off to a set 2 win. In set 1, North Central had led the majority of the way. It was a late rally from Edgewood that allowed the Eagles to go up 27-25. Eagles looking to sweep this tri-match, and that would be huge for Edgewood, because if you win here, it would be your 4th straight win, Edgewood will be 7-3. If Edgewood were to win this match against North Central, it would be their 4th straight win. It would be a clean sweep. And also, they beat Illinois Tech in the first match, so they've already have a conference win to their name. Set 3 begins now with Gunderson on the serve. North Central trying to retaliate. And they started off the way they want with Lazan getting the kill. Sarah Lazan seems like she's had some hits that looked good, but they've just gone a little too far, or they get hit they get hit at the net and they go out of play for the side out. There's one where Lazan actually got the ball down. Borkert got the ace to end the last set. She gets the first point of the set for Edgewood as they try to sweep North Central. What a wave of confidence that would be for Edgewood. You win both of these matches, you go to 4 straight wins, you get a conference win, and you end the 9-match win streak of North Central, and you get a little bit of pride back for the conference in the NAC. Will be the 1 of 5. This is the 5th team in the NAC that North Central has faced. But this is the first one to actually get a set win against North Central, let alone win the match. Here Edgewood leading the match 2-0, and now leading 3-1 here as they try to go for the sweep to start it out. Borkert back to serve. Borkert awaits, sends it over to that back line, out of play. Point North Central. 3-2 Edgewood here in set 3. Serve coming from North Central be Elisa Zebold. Zebold sends it into the net. Point to Edgewood. Something else that has really helped Edgewood. We've seen a lot of errors from North Central at untimely points in the game in terms of points that could have really helped. Points that could have really helped North Central swing the momentum or at least change the score. They get a service error, and they've had a few hitting errors as well. And then you can see immediately after getting the kill that time, Abby Boobin basically grabbed her team and said, we've got to control this here. Good job there from Boobin to cut into the Edgewood lead, making it a 4-3 North Central deficit, but now the Cardinals control the serve. Serve goes over clean from Godo. Played in the middle of the floor. Jukaskite, that didn't clear the extender, and that will be a point to North Central. And now North Central controlling the serve in a 4-4 tie. Godo. Mia Hincamper on the reception. Ball hits the net at the top, and North Central takes the point, 5-4. Paul Schlomer in his 20th season here as the head coach of Edgewood. Walking around smiling, giving his team instructions here, but also back to a focused look prior to the serve. Jukaskite sends it over, and the kill to Edgewood. That was a huge hit from Nita Jukaskite. And Nita Jukaskite has been, once again, certainly involved heavily in the activity for Edgewood in terms of scoring, especially in this matchup. We saw her activity in the first match, where Jukaskite had 7 kills. But she's been more active in this matchup than the first match, and she had an impressive first match. 6-5 score favoring Edgewood. Abby Evans. Evans to serve. It goes to the back line. Ball run down by North Central. Moser sends it over. Hincamper, almost a collision with Hincamper and Willie in the back. In the back line for Edgewood. The point goes to Edgewood. Makes it 7-5. Look at Coach Good in there. No argument from him. He had a sub ready, but then he realized the point was touched. The ball was touched, and the point went to Edgewood. And he immediately had to refocus his team. Boobin sends it over. Ball tapped over the net for Edgewood, and it's Millen who comes through with the kill. 8-5 Edgewood. Remember, the third and final match of our tri-match, scheduled for approximately a 5 p.m. first serve between the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks and the North Central Cardinals. And right now, Edgewood with Jukaskite handling their business at the net. Jukaskite, a big second match here against North Central as Edgewood leads it 9-5 in set 3. Timeout North Central. Cardinals just searching for answers, trying to get on the board in this match. Can they salvage this third set? We'll find out when we return to the Keating Sports Center after this. Action resumes with Evans on the serve here for Edgewood. And the ball sent over to Hincamper. Outside hit opportunity is Jukaskite again. He comes through with the kill. Abby Evans to serve, and this once again starting to look similar to what we saw in the first match. Evans sends it over. Evans actually able to run the ball down. Jukaskite sends it over. And that was just a well-placed ball by North Central. And the point to the Cardinals. 10-6 score. And North Central with Carpio. Jimmy Carpio searching for the instructions here from Coach Gooden. He's got him set and sends it over. Jukaskite, that one off the top of the net. Point to Edgewood as the Eagles leads it by 5, 11-6. Jukaskite, back to serve, sends it over. Hincamper keeps it alive. Outside hit opportunity for Murphy. And it's 12-6. Score. Ball played at the net. Tapped over. Outside hit opportunity for Edgewood. Goes long. And it's now 12-7. Cardinals back within 5. It's still a bit of an uphill battle. Just trying to match the Edgewood Eagles. The Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks back warming up on the sideline. Outside hit. Ball off the arm of Godo. Kept alive by North Central. Great effort by Carpio. Carpio unable to do it twice, though. Good effort from Demi Carpio. That was just going to be a tough play. Did a good job of running down the one ball. But the second time, it was just a tough play. She was actually trying to get back to her normal position on the floor when it finally landed. (13-7). And the ball gets into the middle of the floor. That's Lane. That was Abernathy Lane who came through with the kill. Makes it 13-8. Eagles with the 5-point advantage. Now they wipe up that floor. Remember, that a lot of stoppages really just to clean up the floor today, whether it be Illinois Tech Edgewood or North Central on that side. Edgewood dealing with that slippery side of the Keating Center. Outside hit, kept alive by North Central. Lazan to Hincamper, outside hit again. And Moser hits it right of the net. Point to Edgewood, 14-8. Edgewood Eagles. Just when it seems like North Central makes one play that could get them going, that's when Edgewood turns around and they rally off a string of points. They've got North Central a little bit with their backs to the wall here trying to avoid a sweep. Moser hits it long. Out of play, 15-8. Edgewood with the lead. It'll be Gunderson to serve now for Edgewood with a 15-8 advantage. All but Lane on the back line here for North Central as they await the serve from Edgewood. Gunderson sends one right into the net. 15-9 score. Ball hit long here from Edgewood. That was Borkert who hit it long, and it goes out of play. 15-10. And now another point. So 16-10. Eagles once again trying to pull away here from North Central. North Central once again with that 1 point on the previous rally. Able to remain in the matchup. Keep Edgewood from just running away. That was a good hit from Lane. Kept alive by Hincamper. Ball slipped over the net. A chance to kill for Zhukaskite, and she comes through again. Nita Zhukaskite with another big hit makes it 17-10. And the Edgewood Eagles, you can see they're feeling like they could be walking away with this one here, up 17-10. Ball off the hand of Gunderson makes it 17-11. Lisa Zebo back to serve. And now Zebo sends it over to Hincamper. Ball hit in front of the net. And the point to Edgewood. Gunderson set up Ament. And Edgewood now up to 7 on the scoreboard. Coach Gooden, you can see him holding on to that timeout as long as he can. Meanwhile, Hincamper with the service error makes it 18-12. That 9-match winning streak in jeopardy for North Central. Down 6. Goto on the serve. And that's an error into the net. Abby Evans back to serve. 19-12 score. Evans sends the ball over clean. Middle of the floor, ball is blocked at the top of the net by guess who? Nita Zhukaskite coming through again to make it 20-12 as Edgewood up late in this third set on the way to 25. Evans with a bit of a rainbow serve, got it over clean. Ball goes to the back line, point to North Central, 20-13. Demi Carpio. We saw Carpio run down the ball a few serves ago, only for the point to be placed where she had just left from. while trying to retreat. Carpio on the reception here. Outside hit for North Central. And that's Ava Hoff who had the hit. And she'll get the kill, 20-14. Carpio to serve again. Zhukaskite on the reception. They play it back for Zhukaskite. She goes back to Carpio. And the point to Edgewood. What a match from Zhukaskite here against North Central. Once again, 7 kills in the first match against Illinois Tech. Appears that if she doesn't have at least 7, doesn't have exactly 7, has at least passed it. Meanwhile, Edgewood with a 21-14 advantage. Awaiting the hit. The ball goes back out of play. Point to North Central, 21-15 score. (21-15). Serve now coming from Jordan Serber. Serber, the first-year player out of Costa Mesa, California, and comes in and gets an ace. Good job by Serber to help the North Central cause. Serber. Hincamper to Evans. Ball played at the top of the net. That was Lane that made the contact. Hincamper. Ball deflected, and the point goes to Edgewood. 22-16. Substitution here from Edgewood, as we'll see Haley Chavez come in. Another De La Salle alum, much the same as Marina Hostica. And now here's the ball into the air for Edgewood. Outside hit opportunity from Murphy. North Central sends it over. Zhukaskite sent it into the air initially for Evans, who set up Borker. Ball sent over the top. Evans, Zhukaskite, outside hit is blocked. That was Murphy going for the kill. And she was sent back by the combination of Abernay Lane and Ava Hoff. 22-17 score. North Central trying to extend this match for at least one more set if they can't take it the distance and make it go 5. Lane with a big, quick piece of contact. Good reaction there from North Central. Hincamper sends it over. Lane goes for the kill. Abernay Lane comes through. 22-18. So now down 4, controlling the serve. It'll be Sarah Harvey for North Central. Can North Central pull off this late rally, or will Edgewood get to 25? Hincamper. Evans for Borker, who tried to tap it over, and it goes short. And it looks like Coach Paul Schlomer, he wants a timeout. 22-19 the score. Edgewood by 3. North Central making them search for answers to solve the puzzle to get the victory. But let's see if North Central can rally back to get 25. It's the first to 25 when we return here on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network and YouTube Live. North Central down 3, looks to serve to salvage this third set. Meanwhile, Edgewood looking for the sweep. Borkert sends it to the back line. It was deflected, and the point to Illinois Tech. (23-19) score as Edgewood gets ready to serve here to try to conclude this third set. Ball was sent to the back line. 23-21 score. We apologize for any technical difficulties we may be going through on our stream. As action resumes now with the serve. And now it's hit at the top by Borkert to make it 24-20 Edgewood. And now match point for the Edgewood Eagles. 27-25 set one. 25-15 set two. Would love to go 25-20 here. Borkert went for the ace but was unsuccessful. 24-21. North Central will serve. First, Benson will replace Lane, and then Zebold will serve. Zebold sends it over. Hencamper. Zhukaskite goes for the win and gets it. What a match from Zhukaskite as she seals the deal on an Edgewood Eagles win, and they end the 9-match winning streak of the North Central Cardinals. The Edgewood Eagles finally some get back for the NAC, as the NAC had went 0-4 against North Central probably prior to that matchup. Now Edgewood with a 3-0 sweep of North Central. They get the NAC on the board against the North Central College Cardinals with a 3-0 win. It was 27-25 set one, 25-15 set two, 25-21 set three as the Edgewood Eagles defeat the North Central Cardinals. Well, still one more match to go here inside the Keating Sports Center. And that match will feature the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. They're going to take on those same North Central Cardinals as someone tries to salvage this tri-match. North Central's 9-match win streak comes to an end, but Illinois Tech with a chance to get their first home win as they take on the Cardinals on the other side of our break, our intermission in between the matchups today. So Edgewood was able to sweep their 2 matches today. They beat Illinois Tech 3-1, and then they beat North Central College with a clean 3-0 sweep. Now North Central will take on Illinois Tech in the final game of the day to conclude the tri-match. It's been a fun first 2 matches so far today. One more remaining, scheduled for approximately 5 p.m. Still waiting to see if we get an official start time listed here for our final match between Illinois Tech and North Central College. But as it stands right now, scheduled for an approximately 5 p.m. first serve between the Scarlet Hawks and the North Central College Cardinals. But here in match 2, the final, the Edgewood Eagles, they win it 3-0, a clean sweep over the North Central College Cardinals, 27-25, 25-15, 25-21. Still to come, the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks taking on the North Central Cardinals here inside the Keating Center. After this break, we'll be back with more here on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network and YouTube Live.